Hey, how are you doing? The first trial, the fraud case that a man withdrew huge corporate assets, about 120 million US dollars from the foreign subsidiary of Sony Life Insurance Corporation, was held at Tokyo District Court. And this is a really huge fraud case in Japan. And Sony Life Insurance Corporation is a life insurance company in Japan held by Sony Financial Group. And Sony Financial Group is also held by Sony Group Corporation, and total corporate assets of Sony Life Insurance is about 79 billion US dollars. And by the way, total corporate assets of Sony Financial Group, which is the parent company of Sony Insurance Corporation, is about 103 billion US dollars. So the corporate assets possessed by Sony Life Insurance Corporation is 77% of Sony's entire financial business, centered on Sony Financial Group. So it is not exaggerated to say that Sony Life Insurance Corporation is the core insurance business in Sony Group. So the corporate position of Sony Life Insurance Corporation in Japan can be said to be one of the major insurance companies in Japan. So according to a judicial person, he exchanged entire amount of money he got from the subsidiary of Sony Life Insurance Corporation in America illegally into Bitcoins. And he was already sentenced 10-year imprisonment at a court. And moreover, what created a sensation the most about this case is like when corporate assets confiscated by the authority of the United States were returned back to this company, the amount of corporate assets has increased up to 153 million US dollars. That were 30 million dollars more than the original amount of fraud because of the influence of Bitcoin soaring. So according to the lawyer, this is the result that he studied really hard to read the investment trends of Bitcoins beforehand. So, and he insisted that no one suffered damage this case as a result. And he didn't have intention to grab all the money he got from the subsidiary of Sony Insurance Life Insurance Corporation illegally. But he said he was sure that Bitcoin would go up sharply, so that he decided to invest a part of corporate assets, and he got some from increased amounts after he returned the corporate assets as a captive fund of Bitcoins back to this company. And the first impression that I felt when I saw this news, Japanese company have so many retained earnings that they just accumulated without investing these into something, right? Of course, investment towards uncertainty will generate huge risks, but there is an opportunity rust of corporate growth by missing a chance to make investment at the same time, right? So what he did was actually the fraud that shouldn't be forgiven generally, but simultaneously he made us realize the problem of Japanese companies that accumulate excess funds wastefully without using it for investment, right? He proved that when he invested a corporate asset, the corporate assets increased, right? So his fraud cannot be advocated. But I think his ability to take initiative to invest corporate assets into certain financial instruments with great timing, with precise timing, is way more advantageous than the Japanese business managers, Japanese business executives' indecisive attitude towards making investment and taking risk for uncertainty that holds a chance of growth of the company.